On the morning of June 4th, 2010, in the hills above Portland, Oregon, a 7-year-old boy walked into school. His backpack was on his shoulders. His science project was ready. That same boy would disappear. No one saw him leave. No one saw him taken. And more than a decade later, no one knows what happened. This is the disappearance of Kyron Horman. Kyron Horman was 7 years old. He lived in the rural hills outside Portland with his father and stepmother. Friends described him as quiet, curious, and deeply interested in science. He loved animals. He loved exploring outside, and he especially loved learning how things worked. For Kyron, the school science fair was something to look forward to. It was a chance to show off what he had built. And on the morning of June 4th, 2010, that is exactly what he did. The science fair morning. That morning, Kyron arrived at Skyline Elementary School. The school sits on a ridge above Portland, surrounded by forests and winding rural roads. Parents and students were gathering inside the school halls for the annual science fair. Kyron's project focused on tree frogs. His stepmother helped him carry it inside. Photos taken that morning show Kyron standing beside his display, smiling, proud. Teachers and parents walked through the hallways, looking at the different projects. For a while, everything seemed completely normal. But sometime after the science fair ended, the timeline becomes unclear. The last known moment. According to the timeline later given to investigators, Kyron's stepmother said she watched him walk down the hallway toward his classroom. It was around 8:45 in the morning. She then left the school. After that moment, no one can say with certainty where Kyron went. His classroom teacher later reported that he never arrived for class, but because the morning was busy with science fair activities, no one immediately realized he was missing. Hours passed. Later that afternoon, Kyron's family waited for him to get off the school bus. The bus arrived. Children stepped off, but Kyron was not there. At first, there was confusion. His parents contacted the school, and that is when the terrifying realization began. Kyron had been marked absent from class that day, but no one had reported him leaving school. Within minutes, panic spread through the school administration. Police were called, and the search began. The massive search. The disappearance triggered one of the largest search operations in Oregon history. The investigation was led by the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office. Soon, hundreds of volunteers joined the search. Police officers, search and rescue teams, and eventually the FBI. Helicopters flew over the surrounding forests. Search dogs followed possible trails. Volunteers walked through miles of dense terrain. The area surrounding Skyline Elementary is rugged and heavily wooded. Deep ravines, thick brush, and miles of wilderness. Searchers combed through it all. But days passed with no sign of Kyron. No clothing, no backpack, no footprints. It was as if the boy had simply vanished. The investigation. Investigators began examining the timeline of that morning in detail. They interviewed parents, teachers, school staff, and anyone who might have seen Kyron after the science fair. But no clear witness emerged. No confirmed sighting of him entering a vehicle. No security footage showing where he went. And slowly, attention began to turn toward people close to the family. Controversy and questions. As the investigation continued, public attention focused heavily on Kyron's stepmother. Police examined her timeline from that morning. At one point, investigators even looked into an alleged murder-for-hire claim involving her and a landscaper. That allegation was never proven, and no criminal charges were ever filed. But the investigation caused enormous strain within the family. Kyron's father eventually filed for divorce. Meanwhile, the search for Kyron continued, but the central mystery remained the same. What happened between 8:45 that morning and the moment the school day began? Theories. Over the years, many different theories have been discussed. Some believe Kyron may have wandered into the nearby woods. The terrain is steep and heavily forested. In some areas, it would be easy for a small child to become lost. Others believe someone may have taken him from the school area. The campus sits near quiet rural roads where someone unfamiliar could leave quickly. Another possibility is that Kyron never left, but despite years of investigation, none of these theories have ever been proven. Today, Kyron Horman remains one of Oregon's most well-known missing child cases. A case that still remains open. Law enforcement continues to review tips, and Kyron is still listed as a missing child. If Kyron were alive today, he would be in his 20s, old enough to have finished college, old enough to have built a life of his own. But for his family, time stopped on the morning he disappeared. A science fair project about tree frogs, a 7-year-old boy walking toward his classroom, and then nothing. No witnesses, no clear explanation. A building full of people, and not a single confirmed answer. Just a mystery that has haunted Portland for more than a decade. Somewhere out there, someone may still know what happened, and until that truth is found, the disappearance of Kyron Horman remains one of the Pacific Northwest's most haunting, unsolved mysteries.